Amigos de Genealogía, estoy bien contenta, como siempre trayéndoles entrevistas que yo sé que nos van a edificar, que nos van a impulsar a hacer cosas mejores. Y en esta ocasión estoy entrevistando a una empresaria y fisicoculturista que ustedes no se van a querer perder esta historia de superación. Ella se llama Holly Jones, and the interview is going to be in English because I want to practice my English. How are you, Holly?
Hi, I'm so excited to be joining you today.
What do you think about my earrings?
Okay, they are perfect. I love the touch, especially with Dia de los Muertos. You look beautiful. They're stunning. And I love your blouse as well.
Thank you. You look
Very welcome.
amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I wanted to interview you and know more about you, Holly,
Yes,
because if you feel more comfortable and if you want to unplug your headphones, it's okay. However
I'll
you
leave them
feel more.
on. This is
All
like
right.
my Britney Spears moment right now with the headset.
Oh,
So I like
yeah,
it.
you you're like a performer in
Yes,
a
that's how I feel.
in a big concert.
Yes.
Holly, I want to know more about you because I read your story and how you overcome a lot of things about I mean, being a mom at
Yes.
21, you're a mother of three, you're a
Mhm.
champion in as a bodybuilder, and you're the owner of this enterprise. How do you what do you put in your mind now when you look back and think all the things that you've done? What do you think?
You know, it's very humbling because I have come from some far, it's been a struggle for me, but I've always had the mindset that the sky's the limit. That if you can just put your mind to it, if you're disciplined, if you're dedicated, if you're loyal to your work and your passions, then everything will fall into place. And it hasn't been the easiest road. I have had some struggles, but those struggles is what we learn from. It's what makes us better. And I wouldn't change anything. I think struggling how I did got me to where I am. I'm appreciative of every single step.
And we've never heard a story of success of
Mhm.
someone that says it's been super easy. Oh my
No.
God, it's been no. I mean,
Yeah,
if God doesn't put you in that path of I need to go out of my comfort zone, I need to challenge myself, you will be,
yeah,
I don't know where, but
stagnant.
I mean, I will be probably just like watching TV right now in front of, dreaming of what if, oh, what if they would have, should have, could have.
Exactly. Yes, I would just be strolling through Instagram looking at everyone else's success instead of working on my own.
And
So that's a great
criticizing
point.
because that's
Yeah.
sometimes what they do. Like, oh, look at this one.
Oh,
And
mhm.
what I want to go is you're a bodybuilder and you're
Yes,
a mom, and I guess also that put you in this um frame of criticisms, haters that look at you like
yes,
who who this lady thinks she is,
yes.
like
Like, why
showing
is
her.
she posting that? Why is she showing her body? But for me, I wasn't always a bodybuilder. I wasn't always in the best shape. After I had my first son, I gained a lot of weight. So I started at 120 pounds before I had him, and I ended at about 200 pounds. So massive weight gain. And I was young. I was 21. I didn't know better. So when I had him, he was only 6 pounds. And I was like, why is he only 6 pounds if I put on all of this weight? So it was a big wake up call. And I promised myself, I was like, you know what? From this point forward, I'm going to live a happy, healthy lifestyle. And it took me about 3 years to lose the weight. And when I got pregnant again, I was like, okay, I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat right. I still gained a lot of weight. I think some women we just gain weight. I try to do everything right, but it was much easier the second time to bounce back. And it wasn't until I was at the gym and I saw these girls and they were in bikinis and they were posing and they looked so good. And I asked one of the coaches, I was like, how do I look like that? I was like, sign me up. And she told me, she was like, you're not going to do this unless you're going to get on the stage. I won't put anybody through this. And I was like, I'm not going to get on stage. No, I'm good.
Wow.
But I still
Uh-huh.
wanted to train and to learn. So I ended up doing the program. And
Mhm.
when I saw my body, I was like, I'm gonna get on stage. I am so proud of where I was to where I am now that I was like, yes, I have to showcase this. I don't even care if I don't win. I just want to just kind of celebrate myself. And since that first show, I've been addicted. I love doing bodybuilding shows. I try to do at least two or three every year. I plan to do them in the summertime so that way I'm bikini ready. I can go on
Oh,
vacation, but in the winter, I do enjoy, frappuccinos, pumpkin spice lattes. I do like to indulge. So it's a little bit of a balance.
I know, but, now tell me, how old were you when you started as the body, yeah, your transformation of your body?
Uh, So the beginning of the transformation started when I was 21 after I had my son, but I didn't get serious until I turned 32. And that's when I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm in my 30s. Let's go. Let's do this. And I'm 39 now. I tell my kids I'm 25. Don't tell them.
Of course. I was going to ask.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And sometimes, yeah, for women, we always like criticized ourselves on the way
Yes.
we looked.
Mhm.
And it's just the reflection of the mirror where even though sometimes we're not that overweight, but we want to
Yeah.
be perfect. And especially after all these hormones moving in your
Yes.
body, that you're like, I will never look the same.
Mhm.
And sometimes I think about all these celebrities that posted their pictures, the before and after, and they're
Uh-huh.
skinny and beautiful and perfect. And I mean, that happened to me. I looked at
Yeah.
myself like, what? I'm a monster, but
No.
it's discipline.
Yes.
It's all about the discipline that you also had put in your company. And
Yes, and you're so right because to me, bodybuilding and owning a business go hand in hand because you have to be faithful over everything. Just like in bodybuilding, I know I have to take my vitamins, I have to drink water, I have to eat right, get my workouts in. The same thing goes in business. You have to make sure you are showing up on time, if not early. You are holding yourself accountable. You're holding your employees accountable. So, really, the bodybuilding discipline has been a great help for my work discipline because you have to be on your A game. And to me, I enjoy a challenge because if something doesn't challenge you, it does not change you. And that's in the business world and in the bodybuilding worlds.
I'm totally with you. And
Yes.
it's a big lesson. But thank God you learned that very early in a very early stage of your life. Some
Yes.
Yeah, some of us or some of the viewers or listeners to the podcast, they feel like lost. I'm 40, I'm 50, I
Oh,
haven't
yes.
done, I haven't accomplished, but
Mhm.
it's never too late. I mean,
No. Yeah.
you saw that opportunity in the truck. if
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken, you're in the truck
Yes,
company.
the
You have
transportation industry.
transportation industry. So and it's kind of your family business.
Yes, so this company is run by myself and my older sister, Jackie. She's not that much older. I always tell everybody she's older, but she's only older by 2.5 years. She's
Uh-huh.
actually been a role model to me. She's my best friend. I look up to her. It's so great that I have this work career with her, but I also have this friendship with her that's just so special. And so it wasn't easy. I did not always know what I wanted to do. I didn't think I would be in the transportation industry. If anything, I thought I am not going to be in the transportation industry because that's what my dad does, my brother does, my sister
No,
does.
and it's like
Yeah,
it's like a very male environment,
very,
I
very
guess. And
toxic.
you're like, I
I'm
see you
girly.
so
Yeah,
like pretty and
thank you.
like so
Yeah.
feminine that you probably were doubting.
Yes, definitely. It is a very male dominated industry. But so when I was lost trying to find what I was going to do, I studied at New Mexico State and I was studying biology and chemistry. And I got an internship in Costa Rica. I loved it. It's so beautiful there. But I kind of felt I was like, maybe I chose the wrong major. This isn't for me. So I decided I'm going to go to the medical field. I'm going to be a doctor. So and then when I finally started working in a hospital, I realized I have a weak stomach. I can't help people. I was not very good. So I was like, wow, what am I going to do? So my dad actually talked to me. He's like, you do what you know, do what you're good at. You know, transportation. Because I had been working for my dad, I think since I was 18. I started off doing the website. Was I good at it? Oh no, I was not good at it. But I learned a lot. And then he moved me into another department, into brokering. And I was like, I kind of like this. I enjoy this. I was excited to go to work. I had a great boss over me. He taught me a lot. And so when I was struggling, didn't know what I wanted to do, couldn't be a doctor, didn't want to go into the biology fields, he's like, okay, you're a female and you're Hispanic. Did you know that there are opportunities in business just for having those two things? And I was like,
Mm.
well, why? Like, why would
Wow.
anybody want to work with little old me? I'm from this small town in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Nobody knows me. How? And so he's like, just put together your business. He's like, and so I invited my sister to do it with me because I don't do anything without my sister. She's like,
Oh,
she's close to me.
oh, that's so nice. I have
Yes,
a sister too, and I love her.
yes. So I got certified with the Southwest Minority Development Council for minority status. And then I also got certified as a woman owned business. And the doors started opening. So
Wow.
before, when we first started the company, cold calling, knocking on doors, doing sales, nobody wanted to talk to this mousy little girl because I was probably 25 or 27.
Oh my
And
God.
yes, I looked young and experienced, but I knew I could do it. So Nissan was one of the first companies to onboard me, and they saw that I was a diverse supplier. I flew out to, I think it was Smyrna, Tennessee, and I met with them. And I kind of just told them, like, this is what I can do. I've been doing it for years. I have my family that can back me up. Please give me an opportunity. So
Wow.
I priced some lanes for them. That's just some certain routes going across the states. And I got an award. I got one award. And I was like, I'm going to be so faithful over this one award. And so I worked on it so hard. It was such a success. Um, After that, they opened up the doors for more. And so then I had 10
Wow.
lanes. So I was managing 10 lanes, and it was all me at first. So I do the operations and sales side. My sister does the finance side. She's the numbers girl. I'm the one who likes to talk and be in the action.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we're like yin and yang. So with that, I think word of mouth helps. Nissan's happy with what I do. So then that opened up more customers. And so I got Johnson Controls. And the one that really made us expand was the Home Depot. The
Wow.
Home Depot was looking for diverse suppliers. I applied, and the way they open their doors and they do so much for the community, it was just amazing. And I was finally like, I was able to hire employees. I was able to get people in roles that I was no longer able to do. And that way I could become more of a company owner and a president, and less of because I was billing, I was booking loads.
Of
I was,
course.
I was pretty much the janitor. So starting small and then seeing myself grow and like, wow, I have employees that depend on me now. So I don't just think about my employees. I think I'm responsible for feeding these employees' families and taking care of them. So I have a great relationship with everyone I work with. And really, Nissan, a huge help. I'm so glad that Nissan, Home Depot, Johnson Controls, that they find ways and opportunities to work with the small girls like me.
Exactly. And that's the amazing part of your story. First of all, you did what your dad, I mean, we always have someone who like
Yes,
pushes, like, hey, you can do this. Why
yes,
not? And you believed in your dad and you believed in your guts, like, yeah, I think this is what I'm gonna do. And there is not success without sacrifices.
yes.
And you're proof of it.
Yes, and so I will admit, the first year I took out a loan. It was quite a very, very large loan, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." And we didn't make any money. We made
No
no
way.
money. So I was like, "Okay, that's okay. You know what? I still have time to pay off this loan." So then, once those customers started giving me more business, and I was like, "I am going to pay off this loan. I don't care." We were able to pay it off by the second year, and then we became profitable. And then I was like, "Whoa." I would see my paychecks, so I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh." But I was like, "Okay." So a great lesson learned in being in business, especially if you're going into business, with a family member or just by yourself, when the company makes money, that's not your money. That's the company's money. And so I was always very good, like, okay, I pay myself, my sister gets paid, but whatever money is left, that's the company money. And she's so smart, she would reinvest into what we had rather than just paying us more, reinvest back into your company, build
Excelente.
technology.
Let me repeat this in Spanish because I
Sí.
really want people to learn from you. Lo que está
Okay.
diciendo Holly es que una de las claves en su industria, en esta compañía de camiones, una compañía de transportes que tiene entre ella y su hermana, es Jackie, es que cuando empezó a entrar el dinero en cantidades ya significativas, ella veía los cheques y decía, esto es un montón de dinero, pero no es tu dinero cuando empiezas a hacer un negocio familiar o incluso con algún amigo, algún socio. No es tu dinero, es dinero de la compañía que tú tienes que reinvertir para que ese dinero se multiplique. Muchas veces tenemos como inexpertos, ¿verdad? Gastarnos el dinero extra. Sin embargo, hay que tener bien en cuenta este consejo de Holly, que ese dinero tú te pagas como CEO, como presidente de la compañía, pagas a tus empleados y lo que sobra se va para las arcas de esta compañía. Right, Holly?
Right. Yes.
Me encanta lo que estás diciendo y me encantaría. Do you understand Spanish? Because I know you're Latina. Yeah.
So I understand it's when I have to speak, I get so nervous. I'm
I'm
like,
with you. I
"Ooh."
know exactly what you mean.
Mhm.
Um, can you recommend us some book or Netflix series or something that really
Ah.
inspire you about business
Mm.
and something so I don't know, a story like a motivational story
Yes, I
or
wish I
movie.
knew the titles off the top of my head. This one I actually read in high school, and it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it's a great book. I won't give any of it away, but if you guys read that book, it's just so motivational. It really teaches you life lessons. Not everyone is brought up with parents who are going to push them or going to kind of show them the way. So that book is very helpful. I've taken a lot of management courses where I've read books. I can't recall the name, but the I think it's the 10 habits of highly effective people or the 7 habits. That's a
Uh-huh.
great one. That's one like, hey, get up, get to work early, get there on time, do what you need to do, write your list and make sure you are checking off everything. Like,
I
leave
love it.
nothing undone. And one thing I do always try to tell myself is if you can finish it today, finish it today. Why are you going to put it off tomorrow? You don't know what's going to happen
Don't
tomorrow.
procrastinate.
Yes.
Uno de los libros que Holly recomienda es Padre Rico, Padre Pobre y también Los 7 hábitos de las personas exitosas. Y si puedes todos los días tener una libretita como la mía e ir subrayando las cosas que ya hiciste. What you said is, I mean, all this notebook is, I love to write. I love to put things in paper
Yeah.
and actually see it like, okay, at 11, I need to connect. I need to send this
Yeah.
email. Don't forget to such and such. Y no
Mhm.
procrastinar, porque procrastinar, si, dice Holly, si lo puedes terminar hoy, termínalo hoy, no lo arrastres para mañana, porque mañana te puede pasar cualquier situación, llámese que se te, no sé, se te ponchó una llanta en el camino y ya tienes 2 problemas, el que dejaste ayer y el problema de hoy. Así que termina las cosas, no procrastination.
That's so right. And that even goes in, I love bodybuilding. So I know that I have to wake up early. I need to wake up early and do my cardio, do my running and my walking because who knows what the day's going to hold. If I have to stay long at work, hey, I already woke up and I did my cardio, so I'm good. And it's so nice that at the end of the day, I have my checklist. And once I see everything's checked off, I'm like, "Ah, that's right, I did that. I got it done." And you leave your work fulfilled,
Totalmente. Y
definitely
ella como
fulfilled.
fisiculturista dice, entreno en la mañana porque así yo ya siento mentalmente que ya cumplí con esa parte, puedo trabajar hasta tarde. Muchas veces, I mean, I know people who rather work out in the afternoon, but
Yeah,
sometimes you're just like done. Something happens,
yeah.
and oh my God, I rather leave it for tomorrow. I mean, admire you for what you do, with your body and how you take care of yourself. I cannot start the gym. Holly,
Oh
please give
no.
me an advice. I hate gyms.
And
I'm
that's
not
okay. So what I like to tell my friends and anybody who asks for advice, like, should I be doing weight training? Should I do Pilates? Should I? And I say, do what you think is fun. Because if you hate the gym is not going to give you any results because you're not going to want to go. You're going to waste your money on a membership. But let's say you like walking. That's great. Walking's free. It's gonna cost you nothing, right? You can go outside, you can walk around the mall. That's one thing I like to do. I like to speed walk around the mall because I do love
exactly.
to shop. That way I'm like, all right, what's new? What can I buy? There's other creative ways, cleaning your house. Like not just cleaning, deep cleaning that you will burn some calories, putting on some good music, dancing while you're doing it. Dancing's also a great way to get into shape.
Selena,
So yes,
salsa,
yes. Oh, I
bidi
should have
bidi
done
bam
that for
bam.
I should have been her for Halloween, that would have been fun.
Sure. Oh my
That would
God,
be
yes.
great. Yes, next year.
So, one last question. Tell or share some of your best financial advice.
Oh, save your money. Save your money, save your money, save your money. Um, Reason why, the pandemic hit a lot of us, right? Most US citizens were not prepared. They did not have enough money saved up. They couldn't afford their rent. So even I struggled coming up to the pandemic, but I'm very, very good about I get my paycheck. A little bit of it, it's just for household incomes, for fun things, but I always set aside, like I pretend that I have an extra car payment and I set that money aside because you never know when something's going to happen, another pandemic is coming, or let's say your house burns down and your insurance didn't cover it. You need to cover yourself at all times. My suggestion, I know most people say like have 6 months of your salary saved. I say do a full year and don't stop. And the
Don't
other thing
stop.
is don't touch that money. That is your in case of an emergency money. It's not part of your savings. So you're going to have your savings, your emergency money. And the other thing is, I notice a lot of US citizens, women especially, they don't save for retirement. They're not enrolled in a 401k program. So when they reach retirement age, they don't get to retire because they need that monthly income. But if you're diligent, especially if there's any of you out there in your 20s, save now. Save like saving in your 20s will give you
Yeah,
just a heads up, just and you're going to have that just security later on because
true.
someday you're going to grow up, you're going to have kids, and you're gonna have to pay for their college, you're gonna have to pay for their weddings, for them for sports. There's so
Yeah,
many things that go
true.
on. Yeah, that would be my best advice.
Empiecen a ahorrar a temprana edad, desde los 20. Dice Holly también que ella tiene en su mente como si fuera el pago a un carro, que como si estuviera pagando un carro extra en su casa y pone ese dinero en una cuenta que no toca. Tiene su cuenta de ahorros y una cuenta de emergencias. Y en esa cuenta se va ese dinero cada mes y no lo toca absolutamente para nada y tener poco a poco el colchón de lo que viene o equivaldría un año de tu sueldo para que estés más seguro porque viene una pandemia, quizá más adelante, ni Dios lo quiera, ¿verdad? Ojalá que nunca, pero cualquier emergencia y sobre todo no malgastar tu dinero. So I see you like fashion, you like to look
Do.
amazing. I
Mhm.
went to your social media. I'm gonna put your social media here.
Okay.
But what do you do? Oh, and it's only money bags. Okay, so
Yes.
you're like
And so it's
universe
not what you
calling,
think.
manifesting money
Yes.
bags.
Yes, so it's actually a nickname that I had in high school. So I wasn't always a fashionista. I didn't have a purse. And so I would carry my lunch bag, which was a brown paper sack. And then if, let's say, I didn't make lunch, my dad would give me money and I would just put the money in the bag. And so it was my money bag. So that's just been my username. Sometimes I get embarrassed because people think like, oh, money bags, you're showing off.
Yeah, yeah.
You're, yes, but it's not that at all.
So besides your handle in Instagram, do you spend in expensive brands now that you're the owner of a big company?
Okay, yes, not that I like to like splurge. Like I'm not one to buy expensive money bags, but what I did do is I invested in clothing
Mm.
for my business. So I have this great lady, her name's Carolina, and she works for Tom Jane and they make custom dresses, custom suits. For example, I will show you guys this one because I love this one. This
Ooh.
one's from her. I'm glad you asked. So
Okay.
she helped me
Holly was
design.
very shy. Holly was very nervous to be in front of a camera, just
Yes.
letting you know.
So,
Very
she makes these custom jackets. I designed it myself. She created it. And then what's so
wow.
cool is that it has this label on the inside that says Holly Jones. So it's a custom piece. No one has this jacket but me.
Oh,
And I like
excelente.
that. And so it's
Y
a
tú lo
way of,
ves, you see it as as an
yes,
investment. Ella ve su ropa como una inversión, la manda a diseñar con una persona especial que le pone incluso su nombre por dentro, pero no desperdicias tu dinero, no lo tiras como tal, sino te fijas bien, where do you really wanna put your money? You really pay attention to where to share or invest your money with.
can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that you know exactly where
Yes.
to invest your money or where
Yes,
to.
I do. Was I always perfect? No. There are things that I would buy. I love Instagram. So I'm always like, oh, I need this makeup product. I need that. But then I'm like, you know what? No, no, I don't. I
Yeah,
don't need it. I can get something just as good. I don't think that you always have to buy things that are high end. You don't have to carry a Louis Vuitton. You don't have to wear Christian Louboutin. You can wear all these affordable things because remember, it's about saving money, not about spending your money. Yeah, of course, it's fun to spend money,
exactly.
but I'm a little cautious about that. One thing I do splurge on though is my workout clothes and my shoes.
You enjoy it, and
I do.
you really use it. You
Yes, I
keep the
use
right.
them. I love. Plus, they make you feel good. The way that they make leggings for women now, they lift your butt up. They make your waist look small. They
True,
just and you when you look good, you feel good about yourself.
totally. I
And same
agree.
thing at work. If you look good, you're gonna feel good.
Excellent. It was very nice talking to
Thank you.
you, Holly. And a piece of advice that I want to share is sometimes when I put everything in the shopping cart in Amazon, in all these
Mhm.
websites, then I stop as you do, me detengo y pienso, do I really need it or
Yeah,
I want it? Do I
right.
want it or I need it? No, I don't need it. I want it. So that's a big difference. And just
Mhm.
put that in your mind, que no lo necesitas, lo quieres, pero realmente sería un gasto innecesario comprar cosas tan caras como dice Holly, que en realidad ella invierte más en su ropa del gimnasio y que le das un uso todos los días. Congratulations
Thank
for
you.
your success and thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate you, and I hope you all have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
We'll be in touch, Holly. Holly, money bags. I love